So when I talk about spiritual hacking, number one, it's good to understand in the natural, what is hacking? Hacking is an act of identifying and then exploiting weaknesses, maybe in a computer system or a network, usually to gain unauthorized access to a personal or organizational data. It's associated with cybercrime. So how do I relate this issue that we know that involves computers, systems? How do we relate it with the spiritual things? Because most of the things we see in the natural, they also have a spiritual representation. So sex, when it is practiced out of marriage, it creates what we call, and what has been mentioned here, is a legal ground for hacking your destiny. Praise, it is an unsecured network. When you get into that area of sex, and the person you are sleeping with them is not your wife, is not your husband, you are in a territory now where there is an unsecured network. It is a spiritual network. I have said sex does not only involve our bodies, it also involves our spirits. It is a covenant. There is giving, there is exchange, there is giving and receiving. And in that scenario is where the enemy now comes, and he uses that unsecured network. If sex is practiced in marriage, it is secured. Praise the name of the living God. By the marriage covenant. The Bible tells us in the book of Genesis chapter 49 and verse 3, Reuben, you are my firstborn, my might, the first sign of my strength. You can look at all the good things that Reuben is being told. This is what he was supposed to become. As a firstborn, he was a sign of his might, the first sign of his strength, excelling in honor and excelling in power. But the Bible says, turbulent as the waters, you will no longer excel, for you went up onto your father's bed, onto my couch, and defiled it. Praise the name of the living God. Reuben got into his father's bed and sleeping with his father's concubine. And the Bible says now, your destiny has been stolen. There is a hacking that has taken place in your spiritual life.